What's up, y'all? Good morning. What's going on? Happy, beautiful hump day. Happy wind day. Markets are looking great. I'm just kidding. I haven't checked them out yet. Morning to you, coach. Good morning. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Morning. How we doing, man? I'm doing fucking great, bro. I'm doing very good. I just planned my trip to go out to New York City here in like fucking 9 days. So I'm very excited, man. I'm super fucking excited. I haven't been to New York City since I was a kid, you know? I don't know if I've ever been to New York City. I was born in New York, but I don't know if we ever went to New York City when I was younger, so. Happy FOMC day. Yep, happy FOMC day, fam. Let's have a great freaking day. All right, I'm about to run right into this, y'all, because I'm not late, but we got 25 minutes till session, so let's get right into this breakdown. One, if you're ready for that. Two, if you're ready for that. Make sure you guys answer the poll. I want to know if you guys think that we're going to win or if we're going to win. It's very heavy data for me to understand where you guys are at. Oh, shit. 1, 2. All right, cool. All right, check it out. So, on US 30. On US 30, what are we looking at? What do we got going on here? And by the way, man, if anybody was on Lucas' stream yesterday, was any of you guys on Lucas' stream yesterday? Bro, I took the nastiest. We'll talk about it later. I took the nastiest fucking sell-off on US 30 yesterday. If anybody caught that in the chat. Anyways, US 30, 4-hour time frame. Kind of what I'm looking at, bro, honestly, even though I heavily expect for FOMC to finally make this push to the downside so we can just continue to just sell off the market, you know. Obviously, between this area to this area, majorly only want to sell. And then once we break below 40K again, like, all bets are off, bro. All bets are off. So, nonetheless, I'm trying to challenge myself here, you know, and merge along with the speculation that price is going to continue to dump and try to position myself, at least with a runner, to take down to new lows, bro. I really want this to be one of the biggest trades I've ever had. Monetary gain wise, yeah, absolutely, but also pip wise, wouldn't that be fucking crazy to get like a 3K push? Just following speculation, but it takes time. You know, we're still in very bullish territory, just meaning every time frame below this 4-hour time frame is extremely bullish. I think hourly just flipped bearish, so I could be wrong there. Yeah, and I'm kinda, until we break below this very prevalent support, I really am okay to buy or sell, but I still have a heavy precedence on selling, okay? That would be sick, yeah. Yeah, and I'll keep you guys posted. I mean, just yesterday, I took the sell-off here on US 30 on some gangster shit, bro. As soon as we broke below these lows, during PM session, beautiful sell-off. And I kept the runner. As soon as we came down to these lows, I ended up keeping a runner, and as you see, it took it out. So I'll just keep doing that, putting in a bit heavier than what I usually put in, and then once we get our profits, just try to hold a runner and see if one of these potentially is the one, you know. But that is my full plan, to try to push myself to get the biggest trade I've ever got, pip wise and monetary gain wise, with this speculation. So we'll keep it that way. Anyways, going down to US 30, buys, right? So look what we got going on. We just violated London lows, literally with this candle. Let me see. No, with the previous candle. Sheesh, bro. Okay. So what we usually expect more often than not is when we violate these previous session highs and lows, kind of like what just happened here, you get an opposite end reaction, and then a continuance from that point would kind of be where we would get in, right? The re-break back above newfound resistance. It's kind of the same shit here with London lows. Now that we broke below London lows, I really do expect within these next like 5 minutes for price to push back up to some degree, even though it's kind of just fucking sending it right now. And if it does, all right, cool. I mean, we can still play along the mechanics of just believing the market's going to continue lower. I still have about a 230 point range before we come to lows, and all I'm looking is to get 100, 150 points out of this trade. But Like, bro, it's got to be on my terms. You guys know what time it is. So until we start to get some newfound support, no type of lows here to the left will I be looking to get into to any degree. You know, I see we have this major fucking gap we're filling from this huge push up yesterday. So potentially once we fill in the majority of this gap, maybe we'll get the kickback from that point. But that's of no concern to me, you know? The reason why we hit so much as far as strike rate being able to maintain at least above a 65% is due to this very minor tip, which I talk about every fucking day. I'm trying to drill it into your guys' head, so pay attention. Pay attention. The very minor tip is making sure we're not taking breaks based upon lows to the left, you know? Any of these lows. This low. I mean, this low's sitting way the fuck down here. Potentially way down here, whatever. These are not areas of interest for me. The only areas of interest for me as a scalper trading volume during session open is what's happening right here during this exact current moment. You know, I can get biased on higher time frames where I believe the market's going to go, just like I told you guys, but really secondary to just simply taking a breakout during, you know, where structure is currently at this exact moment is a major fucking key. That if you guys just stick to that, even if you don't have that good of a bias as far as understanding what's going on with higher time frames, being able to merge with price action and stuff, just simply taking breakouts right where current time is at during session open. That's the biggest key here. You guys will be fucking proficient at what you do. Okay, so anyways, just waiting for some type of support to form, and then we'll go ahead and take a sell off. Now, as far as buys go, we got a nice little trend line that's forming here. We may have had our third tap actually. Hold on. Oh shit, we have had our third contact. So more often than not, once we come up and revisit this area for the fourth time, not just with trend lines, with support and resistance, with higher time frame reactions as well, more often than not, that fourth time is what ends up being the runner. And so if we start to push above there, we have hella confluences for this trade for buys. Okay, we're sitting above this hourly support. Price is continuing to create higher highs and higher lows on most time frames. We just violated London lows, and so if we start to sweep back within this area, break above this very valid trend line, and break above this resistance while higher time frames are on our side, while volume is opening up during session open, like, bro, this is a fucking bread and butter setup here. I mean, not an actual bread and butter setup, but pretty clean. And then if this comes all the way back up, ends up reacting again to this trend line or whatever, it just ends up holding this lower high here and pushing lower, cool, then we have our actual bread and butter setup and we'll take sales. So I don't have an exact bias as to buys or sells today. I'm down with whatever the market gives us. We just got to allow the fucking setup to present itself. You dig? All right, let me see if we got anybody. For everybody over on Instagram, what do we got? We got like 6 people over there. Make sure you guys come over here, bro. You got like a fucking 15-second delay over there. And I'll be honest with you, I have no idea why. So try to fix it. That would be sick. Yep. Have you seen gaps fill halfway? US 30, good example, and fades to the upside. I don't understand the gaps. Could you explain, please? Yeah, for sure. So gaps is just simply, without getting too technical, I guess, gaps is just simply where there's one-sided price action, okay? So like from this point, let me just go to another chart so I don't fuck my shit up, bro. You know, we got time. From this point here, coming all the way down to here, is a gap. There was only one-sided price action. There was only sellers within this area. As I've taught most of you guys, and if new people, you know, good to listen along here now, the market's job is simply to continue on in the direction of trend. But while it's going in the direction of trend, its job is to collect as many stop losses as it possibly could to balance out the market. Okay? To gain liquidity, is what people say. And so when we get one-sided price action like this, and we always speak about gaps that tend to always be filled 100% of the time. It may not happen right away, but we simply just can expect for all gaps to be fulfilled so the market can fulfill itself, you know? So as we start to fill in this gap, boom, now the gap is this small. You know, I think it's the next fucking candle even more. Boom, now the gap is this small, you know? And like what you're speaking about, some people play the 50% of a gap. So once the gap comes up and retraces 50%, some people will potentially play off of those mechanics. I'm not that trader. So now you see from this point, this is all the gap that is left during this current time period, you know? And same shit, yeah, maybe this is a good example for you right here. I think this is a 50% retracement of that gap now. Let me go look. which again, I don't trade it with any of this shit. So it's premium discount. Yeah, it came up and tapped the 50% right away. So like, I need to understand the flow of where price action is at in order for me to take a trade, you know? So some shit like this, like there's no confirmation for me to take that sell off. We simply just broke above highs here, tapped into the most random 50% rejection and continue lower, you know? We haven't even came up and retested this area that we just broke out of that was very prevalent before. So there's just no mechanics for me to take a trade. Every trade I take has multiple confluences lining up, so it gives me the confidence to execute. And this is just simply, we filled in 50% of the gap. It looks like we're creating a lower high and lower low for one. I mean, we're still very bullish, and so I took the sell. So no, answer to your question for myself, and even when I traded supply and demand, I would wait for that entire gap to be filled. You know, like I can give you a supply setup real quick before we walk forward. We have a very valid supply sitting up here. It's very valid because it has a gap sitting before it. As you now know, all gaps will always get filled, even if it doesn't happen right away. And we also have liquidity here. You know, like I just told you guys, the market's job is to continue on the direction of trend, which right here is bearish, but on its way down, it needs to grab as many stop losses as it possibly can. Well, usually retail trader stop losses are in the most obvious places, which are sitting at structure points, highs and lows, and previous session highs and lows. And so if price were to come up right now and start to break above these highs, a lot of fucking buy, and this is very technical. We're going to get back to volume trade in a second, but I'm going to run through it now. A lot of buyers are getting into the market as soon as we break above these highs, right? Liquidity. What is also happening when we break above these highs? All of these sellers that for sitting right here, for one reason or another, stop loss is going to be at a very valid place, which is at highs and lows. So there's stop loss sitting up here. So we're violating all of these highs. And so the market is fulfilling itself, and now it is okay to go in the direction that it usually goes, which is the direction of trend. And so when we pop back up, we fill in the remainder of this gap, and we get a reaction from this point. This used to be all I used to trade, bro, supply and demand setups, and then continue lower from this point. Boom, we would take this trade sitting right here. The reason why I swayed away from supply and demand, I still see it. I'm sure it has some mechanics on my trading, even though I don't think it does. I still see it. I traded it for years. I really enjoy, even though this is more so, you know, buying low, selling high type of thing, I really enjoy the mechanics of going with the direction of trend. And although we are, you know, for the most part, when price pushes up and we take an entry right here, it's like expecting the market to revert. Yes, it's going the direction of trend, but from this point, we're expecting it to reverse that big push up and then continue onwards. Versus us with you know, volume trading support and resistance, I can still see the same mechanics of this trade, but instead of taking this trade sitting up here, I can wait for newfound structure to form to some degree, and then I'll just simply take a re-break of support. So I have confirmation within that, and not just simply one tap to an area of interest and then continue onwards, you know? Everything I do is with confirmation. And so that's why our strike rate is so deep. I hope this makes a lot of sense to you guys, and I don't fucking trade gaps at all anymore, okay? So let's get back to what we're doing here. Going to now. Now's in higher time frames. Go. Plug. You talking like fair value guys? Yeah, FVGs. Can you give us an example of how sales would play out on US 30 since we broke London lows? Would we take the new structure on New York lows? Yeah, bro, I got you. We just spoke about it, US 30, fam. 4-hour time frame on Nyse. Same shit, bro. Yes, we're currently reacting off of 4-hour support. So we simply just expect price to come up to this next 4-hour support. Structure is here. This is the big push of the mega crash. This is the impulsive leg. Yeah, we broke above these highs, but just like I told you guys for the third time today, when we break above these major structure points, that's not a simple indication that price is breaking to the upside. The market, more often than not, is going to go in the direction of trend, but it's got to grab a fuck ton of stop losses to fulfill itself before it does. And so usually when we get to these major structure points, bro, choppy, sideways days for a bit, especially when it's a 4-hour structure point. But I still expect price to continue lower from this point. But if it does, like if we start to, now that we've created all this consolidation that's starting to continue lower, you know, if we start to break above like this next high, I mean, we already got a trend line form, which I'll show you guys in lower time frames. I'm off to the race, but I have no problem switching my bias. Some people say so stuck to their analysis that they continue to sell the market off, even though everything in the world is telling them to buy. I have no attachment to speculation or fundamentals or anything to any degree. I'm a scalper, you know, but I do have a belief as to where I think it's going to go. And if it lines up great, it's just simply an additional confluence to take my scalping trade. Okay, so I'm bearish. I want to take sales. Going down to 5-minute time frame now, kind of going based off of that. Let me tighten this up real quick, bro, because I want to see where it's at. My bad. I'm kind of cooking on y'all today. It's a little advanced for a lot of you. We're kind of cooking today. My bad. Coming down to lower time frames, look what we got going on here. Let's say that this was session open here for you, Carl. I don't. When we talk about previous session highs and lows like this, I really when I talk about a liquid grab and then taking that bread and butter setup, this is more so for people who understand how to trade. New people, it's just going to be tough for you. This is not a bread and butter setup breaking below these lows, bro. All right. When we break below London lows here, I want to see an immediate reaction back to the upside within the next like 5 to 10 minutes, which it didn't happen here. Price is just simply picking its direction and fucking sending it, you know? And we're just going to continue on within that. We have a nice little trend line that's forming out here. Okay, nice 3 taps to it. But unlike US 30, which let me go ahead and get a setup for session here. We got NAS on the left-hand side and then US 30 on the right-hand side. Unlike US 30, we're actually seeing an hourly resistance, which has told us multiple times every time we come up to this area, we consolidate and push backwards. We have a big reaction. And so I don't want to fucking take the buys above these highs, bro. Yes, I will with US 30. I have multiple confluences for it, but I'm not going to be buying right back into hourly resistance. It just simply doesn't line up with my plan, even though they're very, very close correlating lately. But as far as the sell-off goes, I don't need further confirmation, bro. As soon as we come up and give some, which we pretty much already have, as soon as we start to break back below lows, I'll simply just go ahead and take the break below lows. I already have the dynamics of where I feel like price is going to go. I simply am just waiting for volume. I'm going to execute based off of that. You know what I'm saying? So we have a sell area here for NAS. We have a buy area for US 30. And we got fucking 9 minutes till session open, my brother. That's where we at. All right, cool. Let me come check the chat real quick. Morning. Hola, we in this bitch. Let's get it. Good morning, chat. US 30 is similar to ES. Maddie, honestly, I don't know. Not usually, fam. But look at this. It's kind of interesting. Let me try to bring us to 3 things real quick. Oh, I guess I only have the. I don't have the fucking plan. What a bummer. All right, ES is on the right hand side, and then NAS is on the left hand side. Whoops. This is futures market, so it's a little different, but look how fucking closely correlated they are. It's just so weird to me. It's so weird to me. Correlation between all 3 indices, US indices, has been like, bro, I keep saying 80%. I feel like 90, 95%. I mean, it's kind of incredible. So yes, lately, the past month, there's been correlation. When I first began trading indices, which is only NAS and US 30, I don't really trade ES. That was not by far the case. There'd be multiple times. Me and Luca used to hop on the call with each other all the time. We trade and shit. There'd be multiple times where he'd be buying NAS, where I'd be selling US 30. We both hit many times. Like correlation was like almost inverse correlation. But lately, yeah, they've been correlating kind of crazy. Can't even tell the difference between these charts. It's actually kind of nuts. What level is that rejection on? What you talking about, Kev? Which one, bro? All right, y'all, let's get ready for session here. Love that we're getting this push up here so we can fucking start to cook. Wow, so inspirational. Oh, my bad. My bad, I muted myself on accident. Is it just me or are you silent? That's just you, bro. Emmett1 was good, Hugo. Who won the bet yesterday? I didn't follow. Come on, bro. Who won the bet yesterday? What kind of fucking question is that? Nobody can beat me in trading. Respectfully. But come on, bro. Respectfully, respectfully. I missed the sales yesterday and just accepted the L for yesterday. Small loss, trying to stick to my lot size. Yeah, I got a little risky yesterday. Took one trade in PM. It was a dub, but a slight dub. I ended up pulling out partials. And in the very next position, I only risked those partials that I pulled out and ended up losing. So then break even. Hopped off the stream and then sent those sells to Lucas chat and ended up hitting. And I'll show you guys. No cap in the trap. Custom May 6th to the 7th. Disgusting. My bad, the screen's dirty. I don't know who did that. Disgusting, yeah. So, you know, really just want to position ourselves well for sales, bro. That's all I got to say. We got 5 minutes till session open, so let's get ready here. How did you do in that challenge in Dubai a couple months ago? I got all the way up to 3rd place, which is my first time taking the challenge. You were allowed to take it unlimited, but I was hanging out with other traders and shit. I got up to 3rd place, bro. And then by the end of it, I still have a video of it. I think I ended like 25 by the end of day 3, 25 or 20, 26, something like that. And then shout out to my boy Luca. Luca spoke up on stage for that event. I did not speak up on stage for that event. And so he got to go up against all of the people that were fucking speaking up on stage. And bro, let me put some background behind this. You know, you got, let me just try to think of everybody. You got a dude who flipped 60K to 1 point something mil. You got a dude who has done incredible flips, which is just Ali and James are the 2 people I'm talking about. You had the dude's name, which I forget, I have to ask Luca. He managed billions of dollars for the biggest hedge fund in the entire world at one point. It was a guy, for all of you guys, we were telling you the story when we hopped on like a 150-foot yacht with the guy, and we asked him how much money he lost in a single trade, and he said $10 billion, bro. Bob Elliott, yeah, $10 billion fucking dollars, bro. Went up against him. He went up against T-Mac. T-Mac is the best bot dude, at least that I know within the industry. That is fucking incredible what he does. His bot has a track record for the past 5 years of just yielding insane results. They had dude Naz, I forget what his name is, something Naz, which is a killer with flipping accounts. All of these people on this panel, bro. And he whooped their ass. He got 1st place. I was so fucking proud of him, man. He got 1st place. And it was very fun to watch. You know, it was like there was 2 rounds of it, so I got to walk around and just watch Bob Elliott. He was a super, super fundamental trader, bro. And just watching him, like, look at these charts on a very macro level as to what's going on and try to initiate trades. And then you got Luke over here fucking scalping. You got James over here on higher time frames. You got T-Mac on the daily time frame, which is so weird. Like, there would be a daily candle, and then anytime it would violate, you know, the next candle would come and violate. This is all it was. Anytime a daily candle would come and violate a daily high or a daily low, boom, he would execute as soon as it pushed up. Which is kind of interesting. Like, he's a liquidity trader, you know. Once price breaks above a high and fulfills itself by taking out stop losses, more often than not, at least right away, it's going to have opposite end reaction. And I was just watching all these dudes and shit. But, yo, big dubs in the chat for Luca. He fucking killed that shit. We have 2 minutes until session open. Let's talk about this real quick so we understand. If price pretty much sits where it's at, we're not going to be taking that break as soon as we break below and don't have any top wick. Just simply stated, and we talk about it every day, when we look at the candles to the left, more often than not, every fucking candle is going to have a top and a bottom wick, bro. 90% of the time. And so we don't want to be caught in that top wick, so we just got to be a little cautious here. But sales are looking good. W. Luca, yeah, bro. Crazy, dude. So fucking fun to watch that shit. Yeah, NLT champion. You know how people like do those little competitions and shit with their groups and shit? I think nobody's fucking with me and Luca, bro. Maybe for big pushes and flips, you know, it's something I definitely need to get better at, risking more and shit. For sure, you know, we all have our shit. But consistently, month after month, year after year, I don't know, man. I think I'm up there with the best of them. Appreciate all 80 of you guys showing up. Hopefully we hit 100 today. We've had 2 days where we haven't hit 100, which is weird as fuck to me. I don't know why. But, yeah. This is what happens. Oh, never mind. This is what happens if you don't leave enough support during PM session. He goes and sends signals to others. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I feed off of love, so I wasn't feeling any love yesterday. I ended up hopping off stream, then I called the dub for Lucas chat instead. That's facts, bro. That's facts. As far as he sells, let's go ahead and wait for that top wick to form, and then we'll take them. I won't take this first break of these lows here. But you guys need to get ready, because I might get a little aggressive. I'm not ready at all, bro. Out here just talking and shit. What's up, babe? You're on cam.
Am I paying for this thing, or are you?
No, I am.
For the painting
Mm-hmm.
or the tree?
For the tree. Why are they here?
No, the painters are on the phone.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So then I was gonna.
All right, I'll be right back, y'all. Give me a second. It's like the worst fucking time ever. Okay. My bad, y'all. Like, fuck, man. I have to pay shit. Can I make the money for it first? Godly. Black Chocolate, what's up, brother? How you doing, fam? All right, so cool. So yeah, that's why we don't take that first initial break, because this shit is just what happens, you know. Now we're creating this top wick to this candle, and so now we can have some type of shit. As far as these buys, bro, I'm getting into these buys, 100%. Shit. This soon, whenever, babe. Yeah, I don't care. We'll be out of town the 15th to the 19th. 18th. My bad. My bad, y'all. Fuck, dude. You buying a palm tree? No, I'm removing one of my palm trees. Bro. We like things that give us fruit and shit, fam. You know? Oh, thank God, dude. My girl's literally just saving us bread today. Or at least me. I don't know if y'all got into this bitch, but my girl's literally just saving me bread today, bro. Definitely not going to take the sell off on US 30. If we take the sell, it's gonna be on Nyse. You think that trend line will hold and push lower? Yeah, bro. So this is what I'm talking about. I would have definitely taken this anyways. I would have just got liquidated. But this is what I'm talking about. It's like, this is not a break of structure until we get that 10 minutes worth. So this 5-minute candle and the next 5-minute candle to not hold that high. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're not taking US 30 short. We will be taking Nyse short. I'm not going to trade into this hourly support. Good woman there, dude. Facts, bro. Godly, just saving the man. I'm over here yelling at her and shit. I'm like, get the. My bad, Jay. I tell you, Emmett's girls market. God, yeah, facts. She's like, no, I'm just telling you, don't get in that trade. All right. Anyways, we got 1 minute left. It's really looking like we're gonna take these Nyse shorts, and I love that, bro. It's beautiful. I took it scratching my head. Bro, just sometimes I just want to take your fucking account for you, fam. It's all good, bro. I got you. Can y'all just, if I don't tell you I'm getting in, or I'm in, try to keep up. But I would have got into that trade too, bro. I got saved by the bell here, for sure. Don't like that. This is reversing now. I really would like a base to form. Trying to think. What do we got to push to these lows? We got pretty much 100 points to push to these lows. Yeah. Let's get it going here, y'all. This is set in stone. What's up, baby?
They're going to be pressure washing today. I
Oh,
do have to
dope.
take patients to an appointment at 3, but otherwise I'll pretty much be here. But they're gonna start it later on, and they'll actually start painting tomorrow.
No fucking way. I'm so excited.
I was too. So
They're
yeah.
doing, so I have to move the boat and shit?
I don't think for the pressure washing, but maybe the painting. But we can ask when they get here. We got Bryce's personal cell phone number. That's the number we've been talking to him, so we can just reach out to him because otherwise it's the office.
Okay, so we gotta move the cars. We gotta move the cars and shit. Do you know when they're gonna be here?
No, she just said it's going to be sometime today, but he'll get back to us because they had a cancellation, so they're pushing us up.
That's fucking fire. Okay.
All right, love you.
All right, Jay. Were you going on a walk?
Yeah, we're going on a walk.
All right, I love you.
I
Have
was
fun.
literally halfway out the door with you.
It's all good. All right, appreciate you. Oh my God. I'm just not set up, bro. I don't have anything open. You guys can feel free to send it. I'm just not fucking ready. 30-point stop loss is going to be a 0.3. Okay. Talk about an unorthodox stream. My God, bro. I'm in a small position on Nyse. Will's scaling on closed below structure. Hell yeah. I fuck with you, man. Stop loss is going to be 30. And then same shit here. All right, so we back in the motion. I don't like that this served as a support, but we're taking. As soon as this breaks below these lows, we're taking. Everybody's in this together. Let's fucking run it. The market gods have saved us enough. It's time to participate now. If we start to not break below these lows, and we start to push back above these highs, y'all know what time it is. Waiting on US 30. LOL Salva. Look, bro, I need wedding invite. Love you, brother. Yeah, Salva met my girl like last year. This year? Last year. Salva met my girl. He met her in Portugal, bro. Isn't that fucking crazy? Life is nuts, bro. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay, we're cooking here. Do or die. This should be quick. Or do or do. Everybody and their mama got faked out, so it's like, if we're gonna push to the downside, it's gonna happen now. You know, I'm good for it for sure. Okay, sell stop is in. And then as far as US 30 goes, she's cooking, bro. Holy shit. Good morning, Emmett. What's up, Terrace? How you doing, fam? Naz, how much are you risking? $3,006.40. Pocket watching Pocket watching US 30 sells. I mean you can, bro. I really would rather take NAS sells instead, even though we don't really have that full base formed yet. I just don't want to sell into the support at all, you know? I really, really don't. But it looks like Nyse doesn't want to pop either, you know? Yo, King, that's a girl face, bro. Oh no, it's a dude face. I'm bad player. What's up, G? King is probably my most favorite person on the stream. Sorry, bro, I had to do it. We love you, bro. Miss you. My bad, y'all. He's my best student friend. You know? he's doing well, he potentially is doing it's got to be between you and Donald, bro. I don't know. He never fucking tells me how he's doing and shit, but he's got to be my best performing student or second best performing student. For sure. I'm proud of you, bro. Might consolidate until FOMC. Yeah, potentially so. And then we never got this resistance here on US30, so I will not be taking that buy. Godly, bro. Maybe we will fucking range. It's very annoying. Still heavily down for these sells on Nyse, though. Don't believe in all this hype. Wow. Have you had a chance to check out Sinners? Nah, bro. My girl's trying to go watch that shit, too. You know, first of all, before I speak, does anybody know who James Holmes is? Anybody here? One in the chat if you do, two in the chat if you don't. James Holmes. We'll do story time real quick. Not Storms. James Holmes. He's a fucking terrible person. Salva does? What? That's insane. You don't even live here. Jinx, yeah. So James Holmes shot up a fucking movie theater when I was younger. And, OT, okay. Shot up a movie theater when I was younger and killed, I think, like 20 people, 30 people. It was the biggest mass shooting in a long time. And that movie theater that he shot up was like 10 minutes from my house, if that. You know, it was in Aurora, Colorado. I was living there at the time. And it just like destroyed us, bro. You know, I don't know what it was. It just like, and I'm not a person to operate out of fear for sure, but fucking people are just crazy as fuck. White people especially are crazy as fuck, dude. But it just kind of destroyed my love for going to the movies and shit for sure. One fucking loser. Driving by that shit every day and stuff. It's just sad. I feel for people too much. Why not Nyse buys? Cause that 1 hour zone. Yeah, Luke. I simply just don't take trades into hourly or 4 hour support or resistance. You know. Do we have enough of room to get our 1 to 3? Nah, bro. It's only 40 points. Like here, yeah, I guess it's up for this discussion because we got 100 points before we come down to lows. But I'm really fucking against trading into hourly support resistance. You know, says the guy who literally just did it yesterday. Literally just did it yesterday. And you said his name is James Holmes. Holmes. For real? Yeah, bro. It's very, very, very sad. Terrible fucking thing that happened. Colorado, for some reason, is a heavy state of like mass shooters and shit, bro. Columbine happened there. If anybody knows what Columbine is. They shot up a school of like 20, 30 people or more, some shit like that. It was in fucking Colorado, bro. It's like, that's weird. That was the Batman shooting. Yes, exactly. During the Batman premiere. Man, I don't want to go out like this, bro. I would love to get in on these buys here. You know? We just broke above highs on US30. Please don't fucking leave without me, bro. Just fucking would be insane. What are we waiting for buys? I'm waiting for some type of resistance to form, bro. That's all. Same shit I wait for every day. Yeah, we're just waiting for newfound structure, fam. Not trying to take any exterior highs and lows. I feel like it's just an America thing now. Yeah, for sure. It's not even a Colorado thing. It's very sad, yeah. People here are just fucking damaged, bro. I don't know what it is. It can't be video games because people play video games all around the world and shit, you know? I don't know if it's media, like, I don't know. I watch World Star. Everybody know what World Star hip hop is? I watch World Star every day, bro. People getting killed, hit, good stuff too, but a lot of bad shit. Probably shouldn't even watch that shit, but it doesn't, like, it just doesn't sway my opinion that I need to fucking start doing crazy shit now, you know? Maybe just me, but I grew up on World Star Hip Hop. Bro, still to this day, all these years later, bro, since like high school, I still fucking, if I have some downtime, like in the sauna, the first 5 minutes of the sauna before I go into that corny, try to close my eyes and meditate, weak ass shit. I'm trying. Um, World Star, bro. An Indian, bro, and if you're in here, bro, say your name. He brought it up to me um, a couple weeks ago. He's like, bro, meditation for me is not just fucking you know, it's not. It is just the act of relaxing, and everybody's meditation is different. Some people think you need to close your eyes and do these weird formations and try to, you know, control your breathing and shit. But for other people, it's meditating is riding their bike, you know. For some people, meditating is going to the gym. For some people, meditating is fucking trading. Hopefully not. Oh my god. You're supposed to relax in the sauna, not watch people get clapped. Yeah, I know, bro. It sounds so bad, but it's very relaxing to me. It's terrible. All right, cool. So now we're getting this reaction here. So if this can close bearish, that's all I need, bro. And then I'll go ahead and take the continuance. I just don't like to get faked out on exterior highs and lows, which I've been getting really deep into that lately. Not Zen. It's crazy. It's not Zen, yeah. Not everything I do is Zen, y'all. That's for sure. We got 3 minutes left, y'all, and then I'll get you guys into this trade. Be patient, man. The reason why we try not to lose, we don't lose around here. It happens. Just more often than not. Copy. Yes, sir. Nyse creating top wick for hourly. Oh, yeah? Let's see. I mean, we have a new hourly that's about to form, though, bro. I don't pay much attention to all that shit. Sometimes I get into my head about it, you know. Oh, we're 15 minutes about to close. We don't want the top and bottom wick and shit. And I'm definitely hard with that during session open and such. But yeah, your favorite website got banned. What is that, bro? Oh shit, never mind. I don't want to know. Don't even tell me. You must live in Florida. No, it didn't. You lying? Are you serious, Simon? Nah, bro. Oh, okay. Shh. Almost had a heart attack, brother. Somebody said fat nigga season shut down. That'd be crazy. I live in Virginia Beach. My husband and I like to get a hotel on the beach every so often, but there's shootings there almost every week now, so we can't even enjoy that anymore. Yeah, people are interested, man. I'm very protective about my people around me and such, you know, and shit like that. It's not even exciting to go to big ass events and shit because you think people are just gonna blast shit. But luckily for people around me, especially people around my girl, because she's hella trained, way more than me. Like, if somebody comes to attack me, bro, she's very well trained from her father, who was in the force for like 25 years. She's blasting you, bro. My girl doesn't go to the fucking bathroom without her gun, bro. She's just a whole different game with that shit. Took shorts. Emmett, what you did with your first life-changing payouts? Life-changing payouts? There was no life-changing payouts for me, bro. Never had any crazy life-changing payday where it was like, oh my God, I can't believe I made this much type shit. Nah, bro. I've progressively grown for my entire career with everything, not just trading. You know, everything has been a progressional grind for me. Nothing has been crazy life-changing. Even like I never got any lawsuits where I got any crazy money. Nah, bro. All my trading bread came from plumbing, playing in shit, fixing people's fucking systems and stuff. You know? Same with trading. I never woke up and was like, yo, I'm about to risk 15 racks today. I'm very, very progressive, you know? I have many students who've made more money than me on a day. All right, bro. We're about to get initiated here. All right, let's get it. If it grabs again, bro, then today is obviously just not the day to trade. For real though. We got hourly open in 10 minutes here. And yeah. Brutal. I'm still holding to try to see if this will flip, but not too purty, pal. Not too fucking purty. I'm still holding, I'm still in, I'm still in, I'm still in, I'm still in. If we came up and tapped on this trend line again, I think I'll let you guys know. Just hold tough here. I'm in full position on that. Yeah, full port, brother, full port. Beautiful. Let's go, bitch. I can't get jiggy with this shit. Okay, now if we come back up and break these current 5-minute highs, I will be getting out of the trade, bro. For sure. 100%. Okay? There will be no holding on anymore. We might have just got caught up in the chop here, sir. I'm letting it go, bro. I'm going to let it go. Jesus Christ. Now we do have this valid resistance like I was telling you guys about on US 30. And so I swear to God, if this tanks now, I'd be so mad. We gave it a valid shot, though. If you guys are still in, great, but it's a valid shot, bro. Still not going to take a sell below US 30. And in order for us to take this resell on Nyse, I'm down. But this candle just needs to close bullish, and then we'll take that secondary, and then we'll call it a day, bro. That'll be it. Brutal, yeah, dude. Took 3 trades this week, 1 BE, 2 fake outs. I don't... You guys in the fake out shit, bro. I don't think this is a fake out, bro. We just have very tight stop losses, but it hasn't pushed in any... We haven't pushed in the opposite direction yet, you know. We just had a tight stop loss and ended up getting violated. And then in 2 minutes, if it ends up still closing and we re-break again, we'll get back in and get our money, bro. You know? But I don't see that as a fake out. For those only 29 likes, don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, appreciate 95. I don't know if we hit 100 yet, but we're fucking very close, bro. Let's get it. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Yep. Just scaled into my usual position. Oh, that's great. There is no reason to scale in right here, bro. That's actually insane. Not gonna lie. Okay, now we're starting to get this push, which is nice. Okay, so yeah, that'll be our go. Either take the sell off into Nyse if we do end up pushing lower. Not going to take the sell on US 30, but if we push above, same mechanics. We'll be taking US 30 and not Nyse. I'm going to go ahead and initiate my buy stop on US 32 for our second and final trade of the day. And that'll pretty much just be it for me, bro. Golly, that was fucking quick, dude. Make sure you guys are ready for this. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is torture. We need you on here every day, Emmett. Yeah, no, I feel you, bro, but I am on here every day, though, you know? I do trade power hour every single day, which you found. Plus, we're down to 88 people, you know? I thrive off of love. I'm not feeling the love. Put the TP, I'm just going to put it to 150 points right now. For buys and then for shorts on Nyse, it's going to be the same shit. Okay, so we got that bullish close. We'll try to operate in this fucking range one more time, bro. I don't mind. It's a very clean setup. And it is on our terms. What's stop loss on US 30? 50 on US 30. And here, let me just pop it up. 50 on US 30 and then 30 on Nyse. Always, 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 always. Look at that shit, bro. 2 fucking minutes, bro. So disgusting. 2 fucking minutes, dude. Jesus. What did you lose today? Too much. That's what I lost today, Jaime. What did you lose today, Jaime? I lost 350 in 2 minutes. Oh, it's all right, bro. It's not real money. It doesn't matter. You make me nervous, bro, because your attachment to a fucking town's money. Could you imagine when you get a funded account, you're gonna lose your fucking mind, dude. All right, we're about to get real saucy with this bitch. Okay, full risk on this trade. Looks like US 30 is going to be the hit. I still have, sell stop on Nyse, but as soon as US 30 hits, I will be removing that, and this will just be our trade for the day. And I need to record, bro. What's going on here? Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. I already got buy stops in, so. We never ever mind this. Coming up to highs and then kind of pulling back a bit, letting that next candle open push. Not any bias to me. We fucking break above, I'm in, but I like when that shit happens too. Yes, I love that. Was Mamba your mentor? He was not my mentor, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate the shit out of him, but no, I didn't. I don't think I learned really anything from him, to be honest. To keep it a buck, would you? I don't think I learned anything from him, bro. Yes, I've been a deadbeat dad. My apologies. Yeah, sheesh, bro. It's brutal. I lost my mom's life savings, but hey, we good. Yeah, no matter, bro. What does that mean? No stress. Well, I'm trying to learn to take these when it's live. Yeah, for sure. Some backwoods and never came back. Yeah, JJ, did you not know I went live every day, fam? All right, we got 1 minute to the new candle open. I don't think it's going to hold, though. I think we're going to push above beforehand. And I'm cool with it, bro. Let's take it. If we get taken out twice, that's it. We'll call it a day. I do now, and we'll be here with you, player. Much love, my brother. Glad to have you here. Make sure you ask questions. That goes for all you guys. Make sure you ask questions, bro. If there's one thing I enjoy to do, it's instructing traders on real information. It's a heavy passion of mine. It's beyond I think it's beyond me just enjoying to help people out at this point. It's a deep passion of mine. to stray people in the direction of correct information. Okay, so look what we got going on here, man. Somehow it actually lasted for the new hourly candle open. We got a nice little minorly bottom wick. Obviously, we want more, but whatever, dude. If we catch the bottom of this hourly candle, that'd be beautiful, you know. Yeah, cool. Look at that. We're getting our straight fucking down wick. By the way, for any of you guys in the mentorship, we'll be doing a call today in an hour. Not in Mama's mentorship, my bad. In 1 hour, we'll be hopping on, brother. Just don't be 4 hour top wick. No, I'm just playing, trying to get in your head. Impossible, bro. Nobody can get in my head, fam. I used to like when I hop on shit, especially when you hop on the boys' streams and they'd say something. I guess sometimes I can bleed into it with Luca and shit, but nobody can get into my head, bro. I'm too solidified with where I'm at. We're getting very, very close here, y'all. These sells on Nyse are really starting to pull away from us. Hopefully now that we grab this high, exterior high, we can start to push lower from this point, but who knows? Let's focus up on US 30 here. And immediately, as soon as this taps in, I'm not taking a third trade, so we'll just go ahead and focus up on US 30 completely. Let's go, baby. This is beautiful. What's up, bro? What's up, brother? How you doing, Nikhil? Good to see you in here, bro. Stop loss is 50 pips, bro. It's so easy to get lost in the market. These candles be moving in both directions with aggressive volume. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't think that this is aggressive volume at all. I think we're actually ranging sideways with very, very normal volume. Just like bro said earlier, we do have FOMC later on, so maybe it is waiting for that shit. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But the risks are there, the setup is there, and we execute. You know, anything beyond that is just potentially over speculation or emotional trading. We don't do either one of those. You teach for Mamba? Yeah, bro. I teach his whole mentorship group. Come on, bro. Who you think I am? He's the trading Morpheus. What is your A to Z checklist every day to find your trade? Mind sharing the sauce? Just want to cross-check if I'm doing it right. Yeah, here. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. So what we got going on here with US 30? Here, we'll break it down. We're done with Nyse. We're done with Nyse. US 30 will go ahead and pay us today. All right, what do we got going on here? Let me put this up. Here it is right here. Boom. Do we have higher time frame trend on our side? I mean, yeah. Or wait, I don't know. I didn't check hourly. No, I guess it's bearish. So no, we don't have higher time frame trend on our side. Higher time frame support resistance? Hell yeah. 5-minute trend line? Yes, we just broke out of it. 5-minute support resistance will always be on there. Never gets taken off. Previous session high and low, we just swept London lows. And 2 candle structure, I believe so, but honestly, I don't remember. You know, this is a 83% trade here. All day long, I'm taking this trade. 2 candle structure. I mean, yeah, this is a fat fucking candle, bro. Yeah, this is the highest probability setup I can get, except that hourly time frame just flipped bearish. Kind of, though, you know, like, we just came to sweep this whole fucking move here. All of these lows. Didn't get this guy down here, and then it looks like we're kind of starting to push up now, you know? But nonetheless, it's still bearish, so. Don't mind that for an hourly bottom wick, though, you know? Golly, yeah, this is it, bro. And no, you guys can't have it. This is the same indicator that my student made. It's got the ATR. Previous session levels, daily open, all that shit, bro. But he will not be giving it to the public, and honestly, I ain't mad at him. Not everything can be for free. You know, he worked hard on that shit. What's your advice on how to afford some of these mentorships? Maybe not for you, but some traders are charging 2 to 5K a month. We ain't there yet. I think, you know, great question, first of all. I think that there's a ton of people who do what I do, and I don't know, most of them put it behind a paywall, and you have somebody like myself, Luca and Dollar, who don't put it behind a paywall. We still have a paywall. I still have a mentorship. You can still buy my signals. It's $40 a month if you want to get all my signals every single week, or every single day. But it's free. So depending on you, I think that you need to more so fall in love with the person that you're learning from. You know, like not on no gay shit if you're a dude, whatever. But you really got to merge. He's got to be your bro, even though he doesn't know that he's your fucking best bro in the world. You know, and the only way to really figure that out is by watching somebody, whether it's YouTube videos, you know, content on Instagram, or these live trading shits, to form a relationship of somebody that you want to learn from. Because even if they're the best trader in the world, if you don't fuck with them, then things are just you're just not going to want to fulfill it out. Okay, that's step number one: finding a bro. And then number two is finding validity within that bro. You know, how do we guarantee that this fucking guy actually knows how to trade? Well, it's easy for me to give validity with you guys because I've been trading live in front of you for 4 years. You know, so there's no discrepancy in what I do. I can refer people back to results versus others who don't go live. They potentially have to show signal results, or you know, potentially show their trading history. I just show all of it. Dollar, Luca, we just show all of it. Okay, so that's step number two, is finding validity within these people. And then from that point, I mean, just like trading, just like working out, just like anything, simply coming up with a plan. You know, if their mentorship is a couple K and you're looking to get that mentorship within 2 months, and your job pays X amount, your bills are X amount, how much money can we put back to get to that point? Or you can do what most people do and gamble and try to put $100 to account and flip it and see if you can pay for that mentorship product, which is fucking retarded, and end up blowing even further money in the first place. But things just simply take time. And if you want to expedite that learning curve, even though it takes time to get into that mentorship path, once you get there, you're expediting everything that we've done, because simply when you have a problem, we have a solution. Versus when I learned how to trade, I didn't learn from any Mambas or Dr. Dollars or Lucas or anybody. I had to do everything. Every problem I had to come up with my own solution, which has resulted in me backtesting myself to death every single day, over and over and over again, coming to solutions to these very minor problems. You know? And then over the course of time, I acquired the system that I have disgusting amounts of confidence within, type shit. Yeah, but it just takes time. But like, understand, you know, you guys can do everything I did too. It just takes a long time. Do you guys want to wait 5 years before you become super profitable? Like, is that what you would enjoy to do? Great. You know, you can run that path, or you can save up for a couple months, maybe a year if your job is tough or whatever, buy the mentorship and then expedite that learning curve. But until you are able to master on those first two things, or simply falling in love with your instructor and making sure that your instructor is giving you real information, I think potentially you're just not ready for mentorship yet. You feel me? Want to buy a JJcito. I don't look at GJ anymore, bro, but you know I love you, so I'm going to go look at it. Oh, yeah, bro. Follow that path. You're about to get the 4-hour flip, too. Follow the path, my brother. Let's see if we can come up with some confluences to take that by. You know, we got our third trend line tap. It's close. It's pretty fucking close. Maybe I can tighten it up and actually get it. No, it's close, though. Third tap there. Look what's happened, bro. We've already broken above London highs, pushed right back within the range, and so now starting to re-break back above highs. Kind of a tough bread and butter, to be honest. Now, one thing I will say, this is an exterior high, but it's an exterior high that was a result of London highs. So if it were me, bro, I would take this buy sitting right up here. I'm not in this trade yet here, y'all. I'm not in yet. We're getting there. But like, you missed interior structure, bro. Right here, it's so sexy. So you're probably talking about this, but your interior structure buys right here would have been really sexy. 20-point stop. And then pushing up to your 4-hour resistance. What's new? Same shit. All right, let's go back to, I want to see what's going on with Nyse too. Okay, we're continuing to push. Okay, so yeah, no, I don't. I'm actually going to go back to S30. My bad, jumping around. You guys are probably losing your fucking mind. I'm going to go ahead and delete sell stops on Nyse for now. Okay, we've pushed so deep into the range that I'm about to fucking call it a day, period, and we'll just take the first L. But I'm giving this trade a chance to push higher. I really only want to take buys on US 30 at this point. Yep. You the man. Appreciate your transparency, bro. Yeah, much love, bro. This guy is real deal. Trust me. Yeah, for sure, bro. You don't have to trust him. You can just ask me questions about what you're wondering if I'm real about, and then I'll just present to you information. I got you. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I love that shit, bro. What did you say earlier, though? Something about the wizard. When the wizard. Oh, yeah, when the. Whatever. I forgot what you said. In a real way, bro. In a real way, you heard? I heard the interview. Yo, say hi, say. I watched the interview, bro. He was like crying his eyes out and shit. He's like, man, when I do shit the real way, bro. Anybody try to test my gangster? I don't care how big you are. I don't care if I get beat up, bro. Just in a real way, bro. Don't give a fuck. It's like, damn, bro, chill. Yours can do that too, Rebel. Rebels. Did you ever figure that shit out, bro? Here, let me bring him in here 1 second. Did you figure that out, bro?
Yo, yeah, I hit you on IG. So because I had the
Oh, my bad.
script hidden, they didn't like the description. That's all it was. They just didn't like how I described it. So I made the script public. So if anybody wants to steal my script, they can steal it. It's public. It's not going nowhere. It's ready to rock and roll. I talked to one of their agents yesterday to make sure that we weren't.
Damn, bro. Putting in the work. You're a G, bro.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, bro. You got to follow him, and it's embarrassing. I don't want that shit happening. So I want to make sure you know what I'm saying?
Here it is. Let's go. It's right here. ZenLab is one word. Okay, cool. ZenLab.
The new one's one word. That's how I
Okay.
can tell the difference between the
Oh,
two.
okay. Cool. ZenLab
Bet.
ATR FNS, y'all. So that does it have everything on it? Whoops.
Same shit. It's literally the same thing.
All right, cool.
Duplicate. It's just public. The other one wasn't. The other one was the script was hidden, so nobody could steal it. But fuck it, it is what it is.
Damn, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it above here, away from all of my numbers and shit when I'm doing signals.
There's three little levels. It'll drop down a little bit lower if you want. You can select three different levels.
Wait, what do you mean?
Go to the settings, and then there's like top left, middle, or was it top right,
Oh
middle
shit!
right?
Can I do that on this one?
I don't know what
See.
I can do it for you if your boy can send me the.
Oh no, he will not. He will
He can do
not,
it though.
bro.
He can do it though. He can do it though. No, for sure he can do it though. For sure. For sure.
Position, no fucking way. Or wait, table header, top right. Oh shit, I fucked something up. What is the table header? That's not it. Previous ATR. I'm gonna ask him. Yo, are you in here, Ashley, or not? How old were you when you first started trading? How old am I now? 29. It's like
About to be 40
18.
there, pimping. About to be 40 there, pimping.
29 going on 62, brother. There's a lot of knowledge up there.
That's why you big unk. Big unk in the building.
Big unk in the building, bro. Yeah, I think 18, bro. 18 or 19. Fresh out the light skin magic for sure. I know you probably mentioned it, but how can I sign up for your mentorship? You can't. So there's a link in the description where you guys can fill out a survey, and then I will reach out to you if you qualify. There's no payment link. Nobody can just pay me for mentorship. I don't have a team who's doing all this. It is me, myself. And I have a lot of my mentorship students in here. I just fuck with cool ass people, you know. And if we don't vibe, you remember I was talking about the opposite end when you guys are looking for a mentor, it has to be like your best bro type of shit. Well, I figured out a way to make a funnel to where you have to be my best bro too, bro. If I don't enjoy teaching you, I spend a lot of time. My students, I do lifetime with my mentorship. There's no timestamp, and that may be not the smartest, but as I've told every last one of my mentorship students, when they do come into my program and they do get qualified, their success is very fucking personal to me. And because of that, I have to be very protective of who I teach because, like, some people just take a very long time. And if they're annoying as fuck to get to the point they want to be, then it's like I'm shooting myself in the foot because I simply just don't give up on my people. We're going to make it happen, period. You know? So, yeah, again, I support this as a member of the mentorship. Yeah, so anyways, if you would like to qualify, there is a link in the description of all of these lives, of all of my videos. you can qualify, and then we'll hop on a call, bro. And you got it. Let's see if you pass the vibe check, bro. For real. I'm
That's
being
why you're the
serious.
realist.
Yeah, that's it, man. I appreciate the honesty. I'm part of Cowboys mentorship and said you always been a great teacher. Much love, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, Cowboys the boy. Yeah, did you, were you in that? I did a class for you guys like I don't know. Last week? Was it last week? A week ago? I'm everywhere, bro. Glad to help. I'm living out my true passion. You know, everybody always talk, why do you do this shit and shit? It's like I do everything on my terms so it doesn't bother me. You know? I don't mind the people that I teach because it is all on my terms. When they want to get a one-on-one on me, it is within my schedule. I didn't get into trading to do things that I don't want to do, you know? Everything that I do every single day is what I want to do every fucking day. I got into a little period, and I'll be honest with you guys, like a couple months ago, really aggressively trying to grow my following and started to act really out of character, like working 10, 12, 15-hour days, trying to edit all these videos, do these daily vlogs, upload reels every single day, TikTok, Discord, fucking Instagram, Facebook. Like we were in 5 platforms, bro, posting every single day. And it's just like, bro, I fuck with y'all. But that is not why I got into all this shit, bro. And now we're right back to 2, 3 hours of work a day. I spend as much time working as I do in the fucking gym, bro. And that's what makes me happy. So that is what I do. Thanks a lot for your concern. I haven't been on Discord and everything for a while. I'm all good, brother. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, brother. Never ever worry about a motherfucking true boss, you know. And King is really one of them. He's really one of hims. I never worry about him, but I always get curious as to what he's doing and shit, you know, for sure. Always, always, always. Are you trading today or not? I'm bored. I mean, I'm trying, bro. I really am trying. Grind mode 24/7. He can hop on whenever he wants to. I told him not me, but I don't think he wants to. I'll be tuning in regularly. Found a real one here. Yeah, bro. Much love, fam. Much love, bro. I'm gonna have to check you out. Working at a dealership. My only day off is Wednesday. Damn, bro.
Need that membership.
Get that membership. But you know, I'm live every single day. For those of you guys who can't afford $40 a month, I do want to say something. You shouldn't be trading. Days off so less hectic. I mean that shit, bro.
No, I feel you.
If you guys are worried about paying $40 for a fucking membership, or let's just be real today. If you guys are worried about paying a couple K for a mentorship, you probably shouldn't be trading, bro. This is not a poor man's game. This is not a get out of my shitty situation game. You know, this is like I'm a credible adult who's trying to be more credible. I'm a functioning human being who's trying to be just a little bit better. Let me find a new source of income. This isn't for somebody who's trying to, I don't know, just how I feel about it. Anybody who's came to this game with less than a couple K is probably going to exit this game the same way. And that's just my 2 cents. Facts, you got to invest. Yeah, I invested in myself for 10 fucking years, bro. Not with trading, with plumbing. I mean, trading, yeah, 5 for the craft itself, but to be able to invest into trading, 10 years, well, that's not true. It was 7 years. It was almost 8 years, 7 years of plumbing. A licensed plumber, doing commercial jobs, multi-million-dollar deals that I was not making multi-millions from. It was for somebody else. But I was grinding, bro, digging holes, playing in shit, commercial shit, on call, had to wake up like a slave on everybody else's accord because people got to flush toilets at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why, but they do. And I did that shit for 7 years, bro, every single day. And I'm talking grinding, fam. I was working for my best friend's dad's company, and so we did everything. We didn't have much people working for us. Every fucking day, bro. I wish my girl was here because she vouched, because I want you guys to understand how hard I worked to get to this point. I really fucking want some people to understand that shit. Like, I worked myself to death, bro. When I first started teaching people how to trade and shit, King knows, I was still working, bro. I was still working. I just left my job a year and a half ago, 2 years or something. I was still working the entire time, bro. Because I understood the first time that I left. I mean, I was making good money, but the first time that I left, just the emotional stability I had would it died when my job died. You know, I was like, okay, whoa, now I have to pay all my bills with trading. Like, shit, you know, it's kind of scary. It's very scary when you don't save up enough. You just simply believe like you've had 2 months of results. Now it's time to go full time. And that's such horse shit, bro. It is so far from the truth. So fucking far from the truth. But I work for everything that I have. Hard as fuck. Still to this day. You know, everything that you guys are seeing as a result of just being an absolute motherfucking savage player. King DC, I did not know you was still alive. Still waiting for you to respond to my message from March. Listen, bro. Alessandro, you got a bone to pick with him, bro? Let him know. Here, I got you. I'll put him on the screen, bro. Wall of shame here. There he is, bro. You don't even want to unmute because he's fucking embarrassed of his actions lately, bro. ZenLab misses him and he can't even fucking say hi anymore, bro. Hold on, let me bring him back down here. Hold on. Boom, we got everybody up here. We got Incredible Paul up here. Look, Paul said, fuck that, I'm out of here. That's all good, bro.
Too early.
We got Paul, we
Too
got
early.
Chuck Nasty. Chuck Nasty been following me, I think, like 3 years now, bro. I think King's been with me for like 4 years. Terry Glenn is new with me. Terry Glenn came from Mamba's mentorship, but yeah, man, there's a lot of love around me, bro. Been inactive on Discord. Some people can't even adjust when the markets change behavior. Yeah. So, all right, let's have a very deep talk. You guys want to have a fucking deep talk about AIs and shit like this? It was just something that came to my head, so I'll go ahead and discuss it with you guys. And the reason why everybody should be always making sure that data speaks for itself, you know. So, over the course of time, we have to understand the shift that's happening within the markets, you know. As far as like AI technology, people investing based upon an automated bot doing the traded for them. Although not now, you know, and that's in my opinion, not what runs the markets. Over the course of time, and this software getting better and better, and executing a better edge than us humans do, and then most participants in the markets being bots instead of humans, that could potentially extremely disrupt the behavior of the market forever, you know? And the only way people will be able to keep up with things like this, I hate to scare you guys, I'm just saying, it's just all in my head and shit, so I'm bringing it out to you guys. The only way that people can keep up with these things is by understanding what their data is, where their data is going wrong, and optimizing over the course of time. The same shit we do every fucking day. And so, like, let me give you guys an example as far as my whole career. When I started teaching Paul, King, whoever the fuck else in here, Alessandro, I trade 100% different than I do now. Not 80%, 100% different than I did a couple years ago. I trade different now than I was before. And it just, I'm a data demon, bro. And if there's something that shows me that I could potentially make more money based off of real data, based off of real trades, just like I told you guys how I don't hold my bias in higher time frames, same fucking shit with my trade. I don't hold something king. If there's things that are merging around me that need to be changed so I can optimize, and I see where things are going wrong, I'm gonna go ahead and do so I can continue to make money, or obviously continue to make more money if I come to that aha moment. But these things come over the course of a lot of data in a long period of time. And so for you guys who are not like journaling now and you're just watching me and that's just it, I promise you, but the markets are always changing. There's always seasons within markets where things don't work as good as they used to and such, or seasonality to some degree. And I will 1000% always be on top of the curve because my data speaks for itself. I fucking journal every last trade that I take. And if it's not inside of a journal, I have it documented on here. Hundreds of hours on YouTube. You guys can go right now and look on the live section. Hundreds of hours of data I have acquired. And so if anything starts to go astray to any degree, bro, I'm still going to stay within times and I'm still going to make bread. I guarantee that. So if that's not your guys' shit, bro, keep moving, bro. Sorry. You know, imagine that, learning how to trade and then boom, your shit doesn't work as good anymore and you have to optimize. This is what the market is. 95% of people lose. I still think that's even low, in my opinion. If you're not him, don't come to the game. That's just how I feel. Emmett's the guy that's like, let me get successful in every strategy there is to prove it's not luck. Yeah, facts. Yeah, I know. I'm very proficient at supply and demand. I'm very proficient at volume trading for sure. Yeah. One thing that I didn't get down, and I've tried. Look, bro, let me show you. I'm a creature of I'm a student. You know, Ali recommended a book to me. The Art of Currency Trading to understand, the fundamentals behind trading and shit. I ended up reading half of this book when I went to Dubai. To be honest with you guys, I haven't read the whole fucking thing yet, but it just gave me a better understanding of these news releases and as to how they affect the market. But at the end of the day, and the reason why I'm not too deep into fundamentals is fundamentals is just a bias to give to traders to invest. And we know that retail traders don't run the market. Big institutions and banks run the market. And so it's like, I try not to go into things that will give me an opinion based on something when I know that opinions, at least for myself, are just a result of emotional trading. It doesn't get anywhere. And so although like let's say Trump were to tweet something and that may potentially sway the market, it's Trump's tweet isn't swaying the market. It's people's opinion on Trump's tweet that is swaying them to invest a different way in shit. And so I try to just stay so far away from opinionated trading, and that's why I kind of just fundamentals just never did its thing for me. But maybe it's just lack of knowledge, and that's why. Milo is in the chat. Let's open a call. Oh, here we go. No. I'll get off right now, bro. If I start seeing it go to fucking 200, 300 people, I will get off immediately. I have no problem.
It fucks the algorithm.
It destroys my shit, dude. Like, what the fuck? That shit's not cool. Last time you guys did that, I got up to like 1,500 people, and I haven't hit a 100-person stream since then. I'm telling you, last time I dealt with being frustrated on stream, what happened? I disappeared for a whole fucking year, and then you really had to pay me to see me. So let's fucking not be dickheads here. I don't need bots. I don't need you guys to inflate my numbers. I'm good where I'm at, fucker. You good at fibs too? Hell yeah. Man. Fibs are powerful. I think we just especially man, you start trading for 2 years if you start to learn fib. Like we see fibs without even knowing that we see fibs. We understand premium and discount without ever even talking about premium and discount type shit. It's kind of interesting.
Facts.
It's simply just a part of it. I already talked to Luca. It wasn't me, I swear. I even donated him money. Oh, you were the person. Oh yeah, bro. Yo, you fucking freaked us out, bro. You kept putting Milo spam the chat or something. Yeah. When he was texting you, bro, he was on FaceTime with me. I remember. That's hilarious. Welcome, brother. It's madness, dude. Yo, so King, like 2 weeks ago, bro, I fucking hopped on stream and me and Luca were co-streaming, so I started looking at his stream. I was like, bro, you're at 1,000 people. You fucking made it, bro. 1,000 people are watching you right now. And I would go look up like 3 minutes later, bro. 1,500 people are watching. I'm like, yo, are you like fucking Kai Sanat right now, bro? What's going on? And then like 20 minutes later, 2,000, bro. 3,000, 4,000 people. I'm like, okay, so we're getting botted. We're getting fucked. He's getting fucked. And then I think he shouted out my page or something on his page. And then you start to look at mine and it's just climbing, bro. 500, 600, 700, 800, 1,000, 1,500. I'm like, dude, didn't hit 2,500. Lucas hit 4K something. Mine got all the way up to like 1,700 something. If you guys remember the day, I'll go back to it. I just can't remember it. Yeah. And it like for the first when I initially got the jump to like 200-300 people, I was like, wow, but yeah, mama, we made it. Like, damn, this is insane. It took me 3, almost 4 years of streaming live before I even got to 100. And now we're just hitting 2, 3 in a day. Like, sheesh. But it was bullshit, yeah. And I think it kind of messed up the algorithm, bro. Like, it's fucked up. And whoever did it, like, it wasn't cheap, They had to pay. We were looking at all different prices of people who do that shit. They paid a couple $100 to have those viewers for that long between both of our pages. I'm like, bro, in what world? So we assumed that you guys were doing it as a nice thing, but who knows? I'm unfortunately and hopefully not on the fucked up part of this industry where they try to take down your account and shit. Cause like it's unfortunate for you guys if that happens to me, cause I'm out, bro. Like if somebody takes down my page, I'm not gonna pay them, and there's just a lot of extortion going on with trading pages and shit. But I would never pay them, bro. I'm just gone. You would never see me again. I'd be on YouTube, and if they fucked up my YouTube, I would be gone, and you would never see me again. I love my circle. I love my family. I love my girl. I don't need anything further. I don't need a bigger crowd. But if I get it, I'm happy to have it too. I do enjoy to keep up with my friends and their following and shit too. But if anybody ever pulled that weak ass shit with me, bro, it's been real. And you guys have a lot of shit on my YouTube channel to be able to remember me forever too. And I'll pop outside to events and speak in person shit too. I got you. How does that affect someone negatively to get you banned from YouTube? Well, then you don't have a voice to put your products out there. You know, if I got banned from YouTube right now, how would I how would I market my products? You know I don't market them much anyways, but I still do market. I still have a business that I make money off. You know, how would I do it? If they took me off of Instagram, how would people know that Emmett's a trader that they can learn to trade from? They would just simply never know. It's insane. You got to like 1,500 viewers that day. It's ridiculous, bro. Oh my God, thanks, bro. Send me a DM, young Simone. Oh, you're donate. Yo, Milo, bro, please send me 100. No problem, bro. Shut up, bro. Don't donate money to rich people. Stop messing around. Yeah. Anyways, I get you a mini stage to speak. Should have seen Dollar's little ass up on fucking on Mamba stage. I think it was like a 2 foot stage. And motherfucker still as tall as all of us all the way down. I love that guy, bro. He's my fucking favorite.
Uh,
What sessions were you trading when you were working? Not gonna lie, oh, bro, it was terrible. It was a terrible life that I love to do though. Like, I think I just like the grind and progression and pain. You know, probably why I love the gym so much. Like, I like coming out of the trenches type shit. Don't I'm down to take this trade, but I'm gonna lower risk since we're fucking ranging bad. You know, I still have my buy stops in. I'm getting into this trade still, but I'm going to lower risk just so everybody knows. If we break above highs, let me redo this and we'll get back to it. Appreciate you guys though, man. I love these fucking streams, man. I love doing what I do, and I love that all my friends are doing it too. You know, and here we are about to go see each other in another big ass city, doing another podcast, giving more value to the world. It's an incredible life we live. I'm very appreciative of it all. $50, and then instead of putting a .7 in here, let's bring it back to the .4. Delete. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, this is looking clean now. I like the way it's forming. Yeah, when I met him, he was streaming like, okay, so getting back to that. So, bro, I would go to work from 7 till, I don't know, anywhere from like 6 till holy fucking night. And then when I would get up home, I would go to sleep for like literally like 2 to 3 hours. I would wake up, I would stream for London session, and that would probably be like 2 hours because for some reason I streamed so long back then. I guess we're streaming for a while too. And then I'd hop off. And then I would try to go back to sleep for like 2 hours and go to work. I did that demon cycle for I think like 2 years, bro. Half of it on stream, half of it by myself. Maybe even a bit longer, honestly. Maybe even a lot longer. I don't think 2 years even close. I was in a rough cycle, bro. But an enjoyable rough cycle, you know? I was probably the rough person hanging around. Because during the first part of all that, I was still having fun and partying and shit and trying to get that little kid shit out of me. So it was just crazy,
Am I,
bro.
I got a question?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
So when people ask me when I started, the real question is when you started and when you took it serious, because for most traders, that's two different time periods, bro.
Yeah, like
So
I
how
always tell
long?
people it took me 5 years to become profitable, which is it's probably just not true, bro. You know, I really probably should just stop saying that and keep it real, because the first I was very excited about trading. I love to tell everybody I was a trader. It was my favorite fucking thing to do when I started, but I wasn't really taking it serious. I was a mover. You know, at that point before I transitioned to plumbing, I was a mover. So I just like I was going to these meetings downtown with IML, iMarkets Live, which most of you guys know, IM Live or whatever it is now, and I was enjoying that all these kids were like having fun and shit, but like I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't have a mentor. I wasn't going through a course. I think we were just showing up and showing each other our charts and fucking around, you know? Like I don't really think anything was serious. And then
Right.
I think it just over the course of time, things just start to eat at me because I want to be the best version of myself always. And so continuing to like dabble with some shit and not getting the hang of it over the course of time, and especially me, I've always been about my money. I've always liked to fucking make money. It's like, man, something needs to change. And
Yep.
I always remember, I know a lot of you guys in Mama's mentorship. I wish I found this video. It's not Sneeko. It's some Snee something. I might have it on Spotify. I was just speaking about the importance of data and how data with anything in life, not just within trading, will always bring you to the result that you want to have. Like
Yep.
having skill is just simply having data, having a lot of data. If you're lacking skill, you're probably lacking data. Now, when it comes to like genetics and shit and basketball and all that, I promise you guys can work 10 times harder than LeBron, but you still won't be as good as him. The genetics do play a thing for sure, but data conquers all. And I think from that point, probably like 2 to 3 years in, when I really started buckling down and journal, and I'll show you guys. I know I've showed Mama's shit, but give me a sec. I'll show you. It's right here. I think it's important for you guys to understand that what you're learning from me when I'm teaching you and shit. I hopped on a call with look, I got it locked in my safe and shit. I got a call with some of my OG mentorship group members a couple months ago, and I told them, I was like, bro, you guys literally watched me form this volume system in front of your fucking face the past couple months, But before that, so supply and demand and shit. Bro, I have both of these filled with this shit. All of these different ones. Here, I'll just kind of put them out here. I have affirmations in this bitch. So what I'm going to do when I become a trader and shit. I have this is my back testing one. So just literally pages and pages of this shit. Coming up with the setup type, the time I was taking it, buy or sell, what was the actual entry type, win loss, and then running through all these things over and over and over again, bro, for so fucking long, dude. Back to 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 back. And I started just to come with like realizations of minor little things, I really don't have a recycled system. I really built all this on my fucking own. I really mean that shit. Like there's everybody has a foundation. I didn't come up with supply and demand. I didn't come up with support and resistance. I didn't come up with, trading during periods of high volume. Those are just simply a foundation. But to solidify that foundation, what you guys watch every single day, it is a result of hard work, hard data. And so when people, I always have a lot of people say like, man, I don't know how you have confidence to go up here and call trades in front of people and shit. It's like, bro, I'll tell you how. Because every last trade for the past 4 years I've documented, so I know exactly what my system does over the course of time. I don't give a fuck about a loss. I don't give a fuck about a win. I don't give a fuck about a winning streak. I don't give a fuck about a losing streak. I understand the probabilities of my system, and I simply just trade that edge. And that's why consistently over the course of time, month after month after month after month, sometimes I have bad weeks, and I had 2 really bad months last year. I'm profitable, bro, month after month with documentation behind all of it. And it's just simply me executing the data that I've acquired over the course of time. So it's kind of nice for you guys, going back to mentorship and shit. You guys don't have to go through all of these things, Remember we were talking about problem solution? All of these problems I had, why every time price comes up to a 1-to-1 and it comes back to BE, does it end up just taking me out? Maybe I should just put my stops to break even when we go to 50 points in profit, shit like that. All of these things I decided for myself, you guys know I have data on all of it. So you guys come to me with a problem, hey, how do I hold my trades for 1 and 3? It's like, well, if you have multiple confluences within your trade, more often than not, your system is going to prohibit these 1 and 3 trades. I have all of the data. There's no need to fucking do all this shit anymore. And so that's what you're paying somebody for, myself or whoever else you guys choose to get you to that point. You're paying us for our data collection, for us to put it into a nice little package, give you a roadmap on how to get from your point to where we are currently at. Emit retrieving
So
files.
when's the Zen Lab journal coming out?
The Zen Lab journal is already out. I think Beast, where is it at? Zen Lab journal is already out. All you guys can look at all my trades, bro. Everything is all forefront, bro.
No, not that journal. I'm saying for your students and
No, I don't. Like, one is what journal?
like a journal for your students where they can, they could. So that way you give them something to track their trades in, or give them a website.
Oh, yeah. My mentorship, they get the journal template. But same to
Oh,
you
okay,
guys.
okay.
Same to you guys though. It's all on the free course. If you guys go to the Discord, in my free course, like I pretty much just give goddamn everything away. Let's be real here. But if you guys go to the free mini course, which is supplying them, it's just more so an introduction as to what the markets are and how you can invest within the markets and how they operate, what a broker is, liquidity provider, all these very minor things that for some reason people skip by. But also within there it has a journal template too, so you guys can journal the same exact way I do because it's the same exact template I use.
I
Yeah,
might
solid
have that
question,
then.
brother. Wait, so it was actual bots? My bad, bro. That was a long time ago, fam. I'm back to the messages, y'all. I was just talking like a minute. So I can better position myself. Should I just stick to my lot size and not change? What are you risking now? Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, Chuck Nasty, this fucking guy always pocket watches me. Yeah, a year ago to when I used to watch pre-session streams. Do you feel like volume trading is more profitable than supply and demand? No. No. I mean, yeah, I guess I do. Supply and demand is pre-session trading for myself. I have a my strike rate significantly reduces when I trade supply and demand during session open, and vice versa. When I try to volume trade supply and demand during pre-session, which we try, we've absolutely have data on it. I've tried. You know, I didn't just fucking come pull this shit out of my ass. My strike rate significantly reduces when I'm trying to volume trade during pre-session. So I guess to answer your question, supply and demand works very well before we induce a ton of volume because when we do, more often than not, price doesn't care about trend, at least for that period of time. Supply and demand works good pre-session. Volume trading works good during that first hour session, which we're getting out of here. By the way, you know, everybody fucking let's take out these buy stops, bro. I'm over it. We don't need to be caught in this shit. Shout out to whoever said they're going to range until FOMC. You're definitely correct. Beast, make sure you tell Nick happy birthday today, bro. You know I can't, so it's his birthday today. Yo, Emmett, what do you suggest I should risk once we break highs? $0, brother. Take it out. A journal so we can document our own trades and shit. Goat shit. Bow. Yeah. Okay. Demoris Glenny, are you in the mentorship? No. But it's in the free shit, bro. It is. I swear. I think. I don't know. Emma did not know there was a Notion in Excel. What? Go watch the course, bro. Funded dropping this week or weekend? I think so. They have latest. Everything is done. It's just finalizing of a couple of things and making sure everything is correct. So once they get the tech and everything created, then they have to test a couple accounts to make sure you guys are all good. You guys do not want to be the tester of things. You want things to be tested before you get your accounts. Okay. I know it's frustrating. It's a couple days past what it was supposed to be and such, but you guys don't want to be the testers. You want to trade on a system that's already functioning correctly. So they just need a couple more days, potentially, hopefully by Friday, but I was told by Sunday latest you guys should be straight so we can start next week with the accounts. Okay? Would you have advice on how to backtest properly? Hell yeah, bro. I have advice on fucking everything. In order to backtest properly, you need to backtest. Oh shit, did I freeze on YouTube or on Instagram? Can anybody check real quick? If I can go check. Oh, I did. Huh. I don't get it. Interesting. Well, let me end it. I forgot we were talking. Oh yeah, backtesting. When you backtest on the, and I know it's kind of tough if you don't know what session you're trying to trade and shit. So I guess that's kind of tough. But for the most part, when people start investing, they understand the time frame that they want to invest in. You know, New York, Asian, or London sessions probably where 95% of traders trade. So when you go backtest, don't backtest times that you're not going to trade. When you backtest, don't backtest pairs you're not going to trade. When you backtest, don't backtest systems, setups that you're simply not going to trade. Over the course of time, you know, once you start to solidify shit and you want to go back and say, okay, now that I got the system, does my system I've been trading with US30 and NAS also work good on GJ? And you have the emotional stability to do so, like, hell yeah, that's fine. But until you get to that point, I really think trying to keep it as real life market conditions are is going to be very beneficial to you. You know, when I backtest, I only trade the first hour session open every day. So it's like, all right, I'm going to put a I'm going to put up a vertical line for the next 20 days, right at that open, and then, you know, come all the way up to it 5 minutes before, do my analysis, and simply just trade during this time period. Anything beyond that, I'm just collecting data that I'm never going to use, so it's a hardcore waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Gang, gang. Plug. Where we get one of those ZenLab hats? Go to Norin. I'll tell you right now. Wait, ZenLab hat? That would be dope. Never even thought about it. I created a hat for the boys, but I can't show you the merch yet, so never mind. Scratch that. I didn't create anything. Thank you, brother. I now know of you because of Cowboy. Gotta head to the gym you go to, bro. Thank you. I will follow you closely. Thanks again. Be blessed, brother. Yeah, take care, Reginald. Glad to have you here, my man. Seriously. Appreciate you for showing up. All right, I'm pretty much just talking to myself here in circles, bro. Appreciate all of you guys for showing up. Still, Funded Hero has not dropped, just like we spoke about, which is what Steven asked. You're live ended on IG. Okay, thank you, fam. And so that still means prices are still remaining the same until they open. Once they do launch, all account costs are going up between $200 to $300, except for the 200K account is going up $600. So if you guys want a 200K account, this is by far the best fucking price you're going to get it at. So give me a holler, whether it's on Discord, whether it's on IG, or call me. My number is 281-330-8004. And let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it. Can you only access the free course once? Potentially so, my brother. I'm not too sure. Give hats to the mentorship. You doing PM session today? Yeah, fam, for sure. Yeah, so we'll be here for a PM session. I'm about to go hang out with the lady. It's her day off. Maybe we'll go, whatever. And we'll see you guys here in a couple hours. Appreciate you guys for showing up. All 68 of you. Damn, we dropped kind of rough. Goodbye, I'm out. You're the man, Emmett. Thanks a lot. Yeah, much love. I'm going to put a couple dubs in the chat for y'all real quick. That's for you guys. King, thanks for showing up, bro. Appreciate you for showing the time. Anytime you can pop in, my man. Glad to have you, brother. Take care. We'll talk soon. All right, y'all.